I want to thoroughly apologize for not being here Sunday or Monday. I really have no excuse for that. So, I did go to the fair, my local fair, so that was why I didn't post Monday, but for Sunday, I don't really have an excuse, so I'm sorry. You frowned whilst flipping through your sketchbook, littered with drawings of inanimate objects and faces found deeply ingested by your memory. Outside the cafe, the sun had reached its zenith, and it shined delicately onto the ornate cups, plates, and vases adorning every surface available. Frustration welled inside of you as both your brain and fingers clutched the pencil you were not communicating in sync. You were suffering from an infuriating creative block, your artist ability clearly not wanting to coincide with you today. Though the setting seemed to be perfect, there were plenty of bright, diverse faces waiting to be replicated onto the eggshell paper before you, though you felt like you had drawn them all before. Vivid patterns worth recreating and sparkling, plenty of inspiration for endless mandals adorned the teacups, though the thought of drawing something so intricate made you feel bored and exhausted. You had no idea what you were even looking for. You just knew it had to be something different. Sipping gingerly from your tea, you closed your eyelids hard, searching every inch of your cranium for something, anything to give you an excuse to put the pencil to paper. The old man seated a yard from you was humming a tune silently to himself and examining a newspaper on the goings of Cᴇʟᴏ. A sigh escaped your lips, and the bell above the cafe door tinkled, welcoming in another customer. In walked a man of tall stature, raven hair, and a handsome set of features. You couldn't help but watch as he, appearing to be of the Uchiha bloodline, ordered a narazushi. When the woman taking his order told him it would be several minutes before his snack would be done, he took a seat right by you, drawing even more attention to himself. Immediately you felt the tingle in your fingertips. You were itching to draw him. His face was just so perfect, and so unlike anyone else you've ever drawn from this village. And those eyes, they were way too tempting to pass up. The emotion behind them so compelling. This would make both a challenge and may even be the greatest feat in your sketchbook. "Excuse me," you interjected confidently, biting your lip slightly nervously. His head jerked in your direction, eyebrows slightly raised. "This is gonna sound really creepy, but can I please draw you? You see, I've been here all day trying to find something to draw, and you're the most interesting person I've ever seen. Ever," you pleaded. Suddenly, a very amused expression took on his features, and it appeared to you he was holding himself back from laughing, though, nevertheless, your heart almost skipped a beat at the smirk inherent on his lips. What's in it for me, then?" he questioned, eyebrows raised and his smirk ever growing. I'll pay for your food." You fished through your pocketbook, tossing some money and coins onto the table. Okay. Let's see how this turns out then, shall we? I'm not going to deny, I'm a bit curious," he replied, whilst scooting into the booth across from you. At first, you expected him to look cocky. After all, you were basically paying him to let you draw him. Though, what caught you by surprise was how awkward he had become. His shoulders slumped and his teeth nervously biting his bottom lip. Just relax and try not to look at me, but just slightly off. You wanted to get an almost candid portrait. After exchanging names, solidifying your belief that he indeed was an Uchiha, you blew your bangs out of your face and began to draw. This time with such conviction, it was as if you were buzzing with creativity and poise. Although Madara found it extremely challenging not to look directly at you. Without a speck of makeup on your skin, you'd be classified as a natural beauty. If you don't wear makeup, just ignore that. Your complexion was like honey, smooth and sun-kissed, complementing your almond eyes perfectly. You oozed the word organic, but you were just that, 100% authentic and uncompromised. He couldn't comprehend why he was being admired and not you. Your fingers were tainted with lead and charcoal, your tongue poked out from beneath your lips as you perfected his shouting gun. With only a few more minor details, you had accomplished the sketch with a dazzling grin. You admired your work. Alright then, let me see it, Name-chan. He groaned in anticipation. Turning your sketchbook to face him, he was utterly amazed. His onyx eyes widened, and there was a very slight blush tinting his vanilla complexion. His eyebrows raised, though this time in surprise. Name, that's wonderful. I had no idea I even looked like that, he replied, scratching the back of his head. It was true. You drew him so handsomely, though completely true to what you saw. You're a magnificent artist, he complimented, holding the sketch pad himself, getting a closer look at the complexity of the pencil strokes. Thank you. As though just in time, the waitress had arrived with Madara's long-awaited snack, though instead of using the money you were going to pay him with, he ordered you a chai tea and a little pastry to award you for your talents and your time. Now it's your turn to draw me, you exclaimed while sipping your tea, only half joking. Madara let out a heartwarming chuckle. Trust me, I don't believe anyone is capable of replicating your beauty. With a searing blush, he kissed you on the cheek, and with that, you believed this wouldn't be the last time you'd get the opportunity to draw this magnificent, mysterious man. I feel like this should have been called like adoration or something, not adore me. But yeah, I mean, the author did what, honestly, the author like said like you had freckles and blue like Austrian eyes or something. I don't, or something eyes, cerulean eyes or whatever. But I was just like, that's kind of like going way into detail, so I kind of like skipped that part. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go edit this. Okay, bye everyone.